The pitch, chopped slowly to second. Torres there, and the Yankees are the American League East champions. They assure themselves a first-round bye. They assure themselves home field in their first series. They are part of the way there, another step in their journey toward a championship.
Well, all the ups and downs of a season. Right now you get to look up, take a deep breath, and say, you're right, Michael, we have taken the first step. Now we've taken the second step by getting a bye, winning the American League East. A long way to go, but it's always a relief to get that American League East title.
Obviously no dog pile here in the middle of the field. Somewhat subdued for sure, but the celebration seems like it awaits them in the clubhouse. It's a long journey, and Aaron Boone has always said you never take it for granted because it's not easy.
It is not easy, but you saw the emotion in the dugout, in particular from the coaches, but then Aaron Judge as well. Means a lot to everybody on the staff. Job well done. Obviously more to do, but never take it for granted. As Paul said earlier, the American League East division title is very meaningful and very hard to come by in this American League East. The deepest and toughest division in all of baseball.
First, they clinched the postseason berth. Now they have won the AL East. They'll have a bye in the first round, then hope to win the division series, then the championship series, and then the World Series. So still a lot of the journey ahead of them.
Your New York Yankees are 2022 American League East champs. How does that sound?
It sounds great. Look, I think a lot of people were picking a lot of other teams before the start, and this hasn't been easy at all. The division is as good as ever with everyone being really competitive now. You know, for the regular season, we're the best team in the best division. We got bigger things we obviously want to do, but we've taken a lot of punches this year. We survived, and we're going to enjoy this tonight and look forward to getting after our next goal of hopefully going on and winning a championship.
You had mentioned that it hasn't been easy. What has made this group so good at overcoming adversity?
You know what? You know, we had some down times, right? Especially in the month of August. But they never got too down, and there was always that underlying confidence that we're going to get through this. It sucks going through it when you're losing and you're not scoring and things like that. But they always had that belief that we're going to get through this, and this is very rewarding today.
Do you feel like it's coming together at the right time? It seems like you're getting more and more guys healthy.
I hope so. You know, hopefully we continue to get more guys healthy. You know, a lot of different people now are contributing, and it's going to take everyone. You know, we talk about that in spring training. We talk about it all the time, sometimes after games amongst each other, that it's going to take everyone, and it's certainly been the case.
A big contributor tonight has been Gleyber Torres. What's been the biggest difference for him at the plate?
I'll tell you what, a rough month there in the month of August. I feel like he just really locked in and got real good with his pregame and his work. And he's been getting a ton of big hits, playing great in the field for us, and right in the middle of all this.
You pushed Tyone into the 8th inning. What stood out to you about the way he was throwing tonight?
You know, first batter of the game, home run, and then he just kind of settled in from there against obviously a great lineup over there. He used everything. Used his curveball, used his cutter when he was behind in some counts. His fastball was good. Just a really big effort because we were short down there tonight. We were staying away from some of our guys, so it was huge that he got us that deep in the game.
Fans want to see 61, but Aaron Judge walked 4 times tonight, 4 productive at-bats. How does he remain so disciplined at the plate, Aaron?
It's been great. You know, he knows we're trying to win, and he's at the top of the lineup right now, and his job is to control the strike zone and just stack quality at bats. He's been able to continue to do that.
I know you're dying to get into that clubhouse. What is going to be your message to the team right now?
I don't know. I'm going to go
5-2 in Toronto. That clinches the division title. No homer for Aaron Judge. Really good at bats, but he's happier to be popping that champagne right now.
Absolutely, Bob. This is the first goal the Yankees have in a season where they hope they're the last team standing. And baseball is such a long season. It can be so rewarding, yet so frustrating for the Yankees right now. It's very rewarding. Started with an extra inning devastating win on April 8th against the Boston Red Sox. 172 days later, the Yankees can say they are American League East champs. It was a long road. There were times this season when we were calling them one of the best teams of all time, potentially, because of the way they started. Then 2 months got rocky with a lot of potholes and a lot of hurdles, but they have reestablished themselves, winning 16 of their last 21. Judge putting on an MVP show. And as Bob said, Flash, I know the Yankees think that this is step one, and they've got a lot more to do.
Well, obviously, the New York Yankees, the goal is to win a World Series every year. But I just say congratulations to the players, to the manager, the coaching staff, and the support staff, because you guys have heard me say this. Sometimes teams make it look easy from the outside looking in when they win an American League East title. And from when you get in that clubhouse and you step into the clubhouse the first day of spring training and you put 7.5 months of work together, you realize how hard it is. Jack, you talked about the great start. Then things got rocky. The one constant player has been Aaron Judge through this. You can talk about the rotation has been solid, but all around the field and all around the clubhouse, players have come and gone. They've been hurt. They've been healthy. They've been up and down. So this is one of those times where I'm happy to see them celebrating, because there have been clubs that say, oh, this is the first step. No big deal. We got to win a World Series. No, not tonight. Not tonight. You celebrate the grind. You celebrate winning 95 games, and you celebrate the American League East title.
And certainly on this night, Jack, they celebrate what Jameson Taillon did in this game. 7 1/3 strong innings, kept those Blue Jays hitters at bay so they could rack up some runs and get the win.
Flash mentioned the starting pitching, and when you look at the Yankee rotation this season and what it was able to do, if you were writing a book about this team right now, the chapter on the starting rotation, you would say that they exceeded expectations, and Taillon gave them exactly what they needed tonight. You heard Boone telling Meredith a couple of minutes ago he was a little short in the bullpen. You wanted to be able to get a strong outing out of him, and I think he asserted himself in terms of looking ahead to the postseason. I think Taillon gets a postseason start. I don't think there's any doubt about it right now. I think he's in the mix probably for a Game 4, but I agree with John. This is what you should do when you win a division title, and guys, they never fell out of first place since April 27th. So though it was a long road and though they had to overcome some of the obstacles they created, they maintained that first place possession.
Guys, when you're in this clubhouse right now, there are very few times that you get to let it loose a little bit and be able to celebrate yourself and your club and all the hard work that went into this, because when you wake up tomorrow morning, it's again back to that grind where you're going to be like, all right, we got one more game in Toronto, we have a day off, then we go home. So tonight, this is all about letting it fly for one night, congratulating yourself, your teammates, and again, I'm going to mention this. This is support staff. This is the coaching staff, the manager, the whole organization, where they realize in there how much work it takes day in and day out to get to this point. So congratulations. Good job for them celebrating.